freaks, it's Friday, April 7th, 2023. Coming up on the program today, an idiot explains how planets are fake. Plus, a black man suggests just eradicating all women and children. A greased-up naked man swimming, trampolining, and smelling like peppermint. And how I sold my dumb demon baby.
Guest services.
Hello, I'm a guest here.
Yes. How would you like me to assist you?
Well, I'm in your electrical panel room. The electrical room here in the hotel.
Which room is that?
I don't know. It's got a bunch of electrical panels in it. There's a bunch of switches. I'm up on the second floor.
Are you fixing something?
No, I was trying to figure out which switch will turn off my room. I want to turn off the power to my room real fast. I'm just going to I want to rewire the light fixture.
What's going on, sir?
Oh, another person. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm in the electrical room, that's got all the electrical panels in it.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out which switch turns off my room. So here,
okay.
I'm going to flip these switches.
What floor are you on, sir?
On the second floor.
On the second floor? Do me a favor, sir. Please don't flip switches. Please stop.
Well,
please stop. I know, but you're just a guest. Please stop hitting the switches.
Okay. Well, did she tell you that my light switch was wired backwards? The polarity is reversed. I just want to rewire my.
I know, but sir, you can't do that on your own. Is what I'm saying. So you will have to get out of the electrical room.
Well, I already
remove yourself from the electrical room, sir.
I've taken the light switch out of the wall already. It's just all.
Are you in the electrical room currently?
Yes, but I should turn on these switches. I should turn them back on, right?
Please.
Okay, let's.
Ooh. And then I'm gonna send engineering up there and just hang tight.
Oh, what's that? What's that?
All right, redo it.
Oh, okay. Let me. Oh God!
There you go.
I'm sweating.
All right, just come out, my friend. Just come out. That way you don't do anything and you don't mess up anything. What's your actual room number?
Oh, wait. I already turned that one off.
Flip that back. Okay. Flip it back.
Which one?
You did it.
Which one? Which one do I flip?
Whichever one you just flipped.
Oh God. Okay.
There you go. Stop touching them all. Stop.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Look at this nice, fine, vanilla latte looking white motherfucker.
Don't get AIDS.
Makes my bitch ass sissy pussy quiver.
Why this man had to have such a sweet rectum?
Yes, Timothy James Henson back here with you one more time as we end the week with the Friday show. Got a great program. At the top, you heard that idiot Brad Carter once again successfully interacting with a human being. I guess that all depends on your definition of successfully. I don't think he made any friends that day. Yes, that phone call ran across my feed yesterday, and I had to play a little bit for you. I played like a minute and a half. The actual phone call's almost 6 minutes, I think. He talks to multiple people. Everyone just wants him to get out of the electrical room. Meanwhile, Brad just wants to help. He's an electrician hobbyist. If you want to hear the whole thing, and I suggest you all do, every second is great. I will provide a link on the show notes today to Brad's podcast, The Snowplow Show. If you like prank calls, or as I call them, phone goofies, you will love what Brad Carter is up to. It's the first time I've ever called it phone goofies. I think it's going to stick, though. I have a lot of great audio to share with you. It is getting harder and harder not to feature politicized clips just because those are that's the craziest stuff that's happening in the world. This week, Bud Light found itself in the news. I guess because they made a specialized can for that trans TikToker Dylan, whatever. I don't know Dylan's last name. I'm sorry. But if you've ever seen trans people online, you've seen Dylan. Anyway, this is not a can. It's a Bud Light can that has her face on it, right? And it's not even being sold. It was like a one-off. They just sent it to her. So, she'd talk about Bud Light on her stupid channel. I don't know if it was like a brand deal or what. But, everyone knows trans people are this year's boogeymen or boogie theys. Sorry, I don't mean to gender boogie people. This resulted in Kid Rock shooting at a bunch of Bud Light bottles in 12 packs and a whole host of videos like this.
Hey, if you don't know why I'm doing this, you might want to Google it. I never thought this was going to happen.
He's grabbing a Bud Light 24-pack out of his fridge.
Out with the Bud Light, in the Coors Light.
We'll get to that in a moment. He's replacing Bud Light with Coors. I've got some bad news for you, dude.
You might want to figure out if you want to do the same. This is where it now belongs.
And he's throwing it in the trash. He then walks to his garage and finds a mini fridge full of Bud Light. Can't have that.
Next stop.
You get the idea. He's throwing all of his Bud Light away. The mini fridge is also stocked with Coca-Cola. I don't know why he's not throwing that away. I mean, that's an extremely woke company. Go woke, go broke, right? Except that never happens. Remember when everyone was throwing out their shoes because Nike had that Colin Kaepernick ad? He was that football player that knelt. Back in 2018, Nike's stock price was $60. Today, it's over $120. They didn't suffer any adverse effects. Even while the protest was happening, which everyone has forgotten about, the business was fun. And it goes both ways. Gay people and liberals have been protesting Chick-fil-A for years. That company is doing fine.
Nothing more American than an ass cold Bud Light after a long day.
Do not drink this gay ass shit! I'm done with this transgender beer crap!
The problem I think most conservatives are going to have, like conservatives that want to boycott Bud Light, most large beer brands advertise or support gay shit. Coors, like that guy, that poor man who just replaced all of his Bud with Coors, they're a big advertiser towards the homos. And, you know, Anheuser-Busch itself has like a dozen or so beer brands. For a long time, real American beer drinkers would look down upon smaller beer brands, microbreweries. They would call it, you know, like hippie shit. I think you're going to have to just find one of those companies. I'm pretty sure that guy, you know, that guy who started a couple of businesses aimed at conservatives, like he got mad at one of those razor blade companies, so he started his own. He should start a beer brand, right? Oh, Jeremy's Razors.
Do you remember when there were two genders and only 1.5 of them had to shave their mustaches?
Yeah, I think this is the guy behind the Daily Wire, and he was upset because Harry's stopped advertising with them, so he just created his own.
That's before some peon who works for me went and said that boys are boys and girls are girls. And that was just too much for Harry's. They condemned our views.
And then I think Hershey's featured a trans person in their, like, woman campaign. And that set Jeremy off, so he's like, fuck it, I'm going to make my own manly chocolate to be eaten by cis people only.
International Women's Day is upon us again, and I love an international woman. But our friends over at Hershey's, they don't even know what a woman is. They've hired a biological male to be the spokesperson for their Women's Day campaign, and they're calling that campaign, and I swear I'm not making this up, Her-She.
That is a little cringy. Well, this guy just needs to start his own beer brand, and if he doesn't, maybe I should. I mean, look, I'm a big cock-smoking fairy. I'm as liberal as they come because I have to be. But when there's an opening in the market, you got to jump on that shit, right? Just advertise to conservative dudes, and you name the beer something very rah-rah America. Patriot beer, Old Glory beer, traditional value lager. That sounds like a cheap-ass brand, but these are people who drank fucking watered-down piss, Bud Light. They're looking for a value, and it's right in the name. Traditional value beer, or maybe just American beer. I mean, we already have the perfect commercial music to use.
I'm an American. I'm from the greatest country in the world.
American beer, brewed with American values. The same values this country was built upon back in 1776. What happened to our great land? I don't even recognize this country anymore. Now we got burly-looking men sashaying around here with big, fat, puffy cunts, and so-called ladies with slabs of meat between their legs that, quite frankly, put my dick to shame. I don't like to think about this, so I don't. I get fucking blackout drunk with Old Your American. Every sip of Old Your will transport you to a simpler time, a time that made sense. A time where you could expect dinner to be on the table at 6 o'clock instead of just a note from your liberated wife saying she went out with the girls. And if you get hungry, there's some Totino's pizza rolls in the freezer. I'm a man. I demand pork chops and a side of potatoes. Oh, I want a simpler time. A time when black people would move out of the way for you when you pass them on the sidewalk with a hearty, "Excuse me, sir, after you." That's the kind of respect I deserve. You see my skin? It's light and pure. God damn it, I demand a simpler time. Time when I didn't have to hear my son prance up to the bathroom, put the toilet seat down, and sit just to piss. And what's with the obsession with Lady Gaga? It's not even good music, god damn it! He twirls around so much, and he likes sparkly things. Like, where did I go wrong? You never see straight boys twirl. Yesterday he asked me for... I can't even say it. He asked me for a big stick with a long ribbon on it. I don't even know what. Why? I'm pretty sure it has something to do with twirling. So I forget the present and remember the past with Old You're American.
Yes, sir, I'm an American. I'm from the freest doggone country in the world.
I'm telling you, there's money to be made. The final thing I will say about this whole Bud Light thing is it's funny how many fake stories are popping up because of it. I saw Budweiser has fired 80% of their promotion and advertising department because of this, which is not true. A Christian lady wrote this ridiculous post. It's a fantasy story is what this is. Lord Douche sent this along to me. She said, I just ran into a manager for the Bud Light distribution center here in Casper who is a proud liberal and claims to be an atheist. First of all, this guy was apparently offering up a lot of information. You learned so much about him in this 30-second interaction you supposedly had with him. Okay, he's a proud liberal, he says, I guess, and claims to be an atheist. It had my anxiety going crazy as he told me queers could raise kids and transgenders are okay. I said, have you even ever read the Bible? He said, no. And I said, then how do you know you don't believe in God? And he said he doesn't own a gun and says the world will protect him. Like, who the fuck talks like this? No one. It's a made-up interaction. OMG, are people really this ridiculous? Yes, they are. And then like 12,000 exclamation marks. Talk to an idiot live and in the flesh. Very Christian of her. I'm more scared now than ever. Thank you, God, for the words in keeping me sane enough to finally walk away. That's who I really feel sorry for in this whole thing. It's not the trans people. It's the poor Bud Light employees. Bottlers, distributors, truck drivers who now have to deal with this. Crazy people walking up to them, screaming at them that they're all tranny enablers or something. Why do you support mutilating our children? It's like, dude, I'm just trying to stock the shelves. I ain't cutting anyone's clit off over here. Also, I know like Bud Light is like the #1 beer in America or whatever, but it's funny that these very manly conservative dudes are drinking a light beer. Gotta watch the carbs. No, you don't understand. Bud Light has 30 less calories than regular Budweiser. So I gotta drink my Bud Light. It's odd to me, that's all. All right, well, there you go. That's the whole Bud Light controversy wrapped up. I can't wait to see what product is involved in the next outrage cycle. I hope we don't have to wait till Christmas, for the yearly Starbucks holiday cup freak out. That's just too long. I'm hoping we have something to celebrate in the summer. What's that sunscreen company, Banana Boat? Maybe Banana Boat will get into the mix. I want to see some trans people out on the beach advertising Copper Tone or something. Yeah, that would be a nice midway point to Christmas. All right, let's move on. Oh, this is kind of interesting. I have an astrophysicist scholar here with some new information about planets. This is stuff I did not have any idea about. Everything we learned about planets in school apparently is wrong. I bet you this all has to do with that James Webb telescope. It's up there now, taking pictures, blowing our fucking minds. Here's some new information about planets.
Planets aren't real.
Boom! Bombshell! What does that mean? Like, are planets just optical illusions? Are planets just, like, not planets? There's something else? It's a different form? Go on.
Planets aren't real. You heard me, and I have proof. In the Bible...
Okay, all right, you lost me. Hold on. You can't say, I have proof, and then the very next thing you say is, in the Bible. The Bible doesn't offer any proof. It's a book. It could be true, or it could not. It's literally just something someone wrote down. Unfortunately, because she said that, you guys now know everything that follows is going to be insane stupidity.
In the Bible, God specifically only created the sun, moon, and stars. Nowhere in the...
That's because the idiots back then didn't know of planets, right? That's why it's not included in the Bible. Otherwise, they would have mentioned that God created the planets. So it's kind of proving the exact opposite of what you're saying. God should be talking about all sorts of wacky shit in the Bible that at the time we didn't know about. Hey, just so you know that this thing that you're on, where you're living this world, there are others out there. Look up in the sky. You can't see this shit now, but way off into the future, you're gonna discover these other what we call planets. I made those things along with the sun. That thing you can see, that bright thing you can see up in the clouds. That would be way more impressive, right?
Bible, God specifically only created the sun, moon, and stars.
If you had horseshoes, clovers, and rainbows, you got yourself Lucky Charms. I think you're describing a cereal here, bitch. A delicious cereal. God should be very proud of his work there.
Nowhere in the Bible will you ever find mention of planets.
I wonder why.
But here's the thing about stars. They're also commonly referred to in the Bible as angels.
Well, that explains stars, but not planets.
For instance, in Revelation, it mentions 1/3 of the stars falling from heaven. In Matthew 24:29, it talks about how those stars will fall from heaven during tribulation as well.
She is so proud of herself right here that she really thinks she's come up with something. She's schooling us on here.
The best part is that I know exactly what kind of angels these were. These angels are referred to as Galgalim, and they're described in Ezekiel. This is a great representation of what Ezekiel saw.
All right, look at the fucking chapter artwork. This is nightmare fuel. It's a bunch of like rings made out of eyeballs with a giant eyeball in the center.
This is a Galgalim. Now I want you guys to really look at the structure of what a Galgalim looks like. And now I want to show you what a star looks like from a telescope. I'll show you a video.
She shows a star from a telescope and it looks like a circle. Or a hoop or something. Doesn't look anything like a Galgalim.
Look familiar?
No.
Now here's my leading point. I'm pretty sure that all of these planets are actually just fallen angels. And it's proven across so many different cultures. All of these gods were fallen stars. That's why when I talk about how dangerous astrology is, I couldn't be more dead serious.
But astrology?
Nothing on earth is...
You're talking more about astronomy here.
But it seems, but the word of God is what will...
She doesn't even know what astrology is versus astronomy. Astrology is like fortune telling by looking up at the stars and their positions with the planets and stuff. Astronomy, like, planets are real. Those are real things. Oh my God. For future reference, if you ever see a TikToker sitting in the front seat of their car, like behind the wheel, filming a video, just scroll because stupidity is about to follow. You know, this cunt was driving home from Kohl's and she just, she had this idea. Holy shit, I gotta pull over and record. I just realized what planets really are. The world must know they are fallen angels. Moving on, equally as idiotic are incels. We have proven that time and time again. Here's a couple short clips of incels. This is some sort of Zoom call. I don't know what kind of broadcast this is, but it involves all black people. I'm simply stating that because what you're about to hear is pretty insane, and you should know that this is a black person saying it about other black people.
I do want to stress this. There's nothing you can do outside of killing the black women we have right now that will make any significant change in our society. Once we see the root of evil, which is the black woman.
Couple thoughts here. First, as a white man, it's just nice not to be blamed for once. I mean, white people have done a lot of screwy shit over the years to black people. They have their grievances. And even if it's understandable and justified, it's nice to have a little reprieve, you know? Thank you for that. I did not expect him to blame women and then suggest we just... What was it? Do we kill the women or kill the children?
Killing the black women we have right now.
Okay, whew, so it's killing the women. That's okay. You should never advocate for killing children, though. That's outrageous.
It's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids and fuck that woman too. Throw that out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women, and then fix the community that way.
Okay, well, there he's saying we should kill the kids, along with the women. I don't know how he wants to start over if all the women and children are dead. Maybe it's just the black women he wants to get rid of.
That's racist!
Totally. The other clip is not so much an incel, but one of those dudes who think women need to get back to just being women, I guess. I don't know. This is from the Fresh and Fit podcast. Have you ever heard of these guys? They just sort of talk about, what's wrong with ladies, how fucked they are in the head.
And I'm telling you, these girls are out here fucking.
And he's very passionate, I guess. He's always yelling. Here he is upset because women are having sex.
And I'm telling you, these girls are out here fucking. If your girl went to college, there's a high likelihood that she had some fun in those college dorms.
That's like half the reason to go to college. Guys and girls both agree on that one. What is his problem here about women fucking in college?
Oh, right. Bro, a semester is 25 to 50 minimum nowadays.
That's the co-host. I don't know who's fresh, who's fit, but that dude who just spoke brings very little to the table. The other guy is screaming, going on and on. He's the entertainment. This idiot's just like, yeah, 25. Like,
guys, open your fucking eyes.
I think what he's saying is each semester women have sex with 25 to 50 men. Okay, good observation. I don't know how he came up with those stats.
Yeah. These girls are not sugar and spice shit. Bro, I was watching a clip like 2 days ago. This girl's dressed all provocatively and shit. She's with her man. And then the guy asked her, so if your guy told you, he didn't appreciate you dressing up like that, what would you say? This bitch has the gall to say, right with him, right there, I do what I want.
Was it a Hispanic girl?
I think she was, I don't know, she was like light skinned. I don't know if she was black or Hispanic.
Okay.
And the dude was there and he's like, well, shorty, like, it's going to be like this,
He's wearing glasses? I think I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, see, the guy, the co-host just sort of interrupts the dude's flow the whole time. Like, was she Hispanic? Did he have glasses? Like, these are the least important things about the video. Poor Fresh here's trying to tell a story about what a slut this is. Meanwhile, there's no reason for Fresh to be losing his mind about this clip. Let's break down what he's talking about. This woman, who Fresh says is dressed provocatively, is with her man while she's being interviewed. So the man is okay with how she's dressed. Fresh, though, feels she's dressed too provocatively. Okay. So then the interviewer asks her, if your man had a problem with how you were dressed, what would you do? And she's like, fuck him. I do what I want.
Right with him, right there. I do what I want.
Was it a Hispanic girl?
Of course she's going to say that on camera. It's a dumb thing to even be asked about. You get ambushed by someone making a fucking dumb TikTok video.
Because I know behind closed doors, if she's willing to behave like that in front of a fucking camera,
it's even worse.
She fucking berates him behind closed doors.
Do any of you freaks watch or listen to this podcast or podcasts like this? I'm just curious as to what the appeal is.
Guys, you must assert dominance with your girl.
While these guys are probably not incels, I think they appeal to the incel community, right? That's who would watch this guys who want to get with women but can't. Because I think if you have a girlfriend, why would you watch or listen to this? What would the purpose be? You're not learning anything from these guys. They're just bitching and complaining about how women are, right?
Never physically.
I guess maybe if you're in a shitty relationship, you can get some sort of like confirmation. You know what I mean? Yeah, all modern women are bitches, hoes.
But with the ability to walk away. When you're able to walk away, girls are going to get in play.
Stop screaming. You're the only person in the room.
Understand that you will fucking leave their dumbasses and leave them to the streets. Because I'm telling you, they need to experience that cold sometimes to realize how warm you are. That's the reality. These bitches need to go on the streets a lot of times, and you niggas are not willing to kick them to the fucking streets. kick her to the streets if she's not respecting you. If she's disrespecting you, giving you a hard time, acting like a whore.
There's like a tiny little nugget of useful information, and that is, like if someone is disrespecting you, if you don't feel like you're being treated right in the relationship, you should leave. Don't be with that person. This guy's taking it a bit too far. If she dresses like a whore, if she doesn't fucking give you what you want,
kick her to the streets if she's not respecting you. If she's disrespecting you, giving you a hard time, acting like a whore, dressing like a whore, going out on girls' trips, doing all this dumb shit, disrespecting you, emasculating you, you need to cut the cord now.
Yeah.
If you're watching the show with your bitch right now,
I like that he's going on a rant about being disrespected by your partner. If you're being disrespected, you should leave them. Meanwhile, he calls women bitches.
You need to cut the cord now.
Yeah.
If you're watching the show with your bitch right now,
your girlfriend. He's calling your girlfriend a bitch. If you're watching this with your bitch and she disrespects you, meanwhile, what about the guy who's just okay watching a video with his girlfriend where some dude is calling her a bitch?
Cut the cord now.
Yeah.
If you're watching the show with your bitch right now.
Meanwhile, the co-host again, not adding much to the conversation. Yeah.
You need to cut the cord now.
Yeah.
If you're watching the show with your bitch right now, she does any of that dumb shit. Look,
hey, is your bitch Hispanic?
Her in the face. You got my permission. You know what, baby?
Oh, wait. What was that? Did you say, what was that?
That dumb shit. Look her in the face. You got my permission. You know what, baby? Get the fuck out. I don't care if she's sitting right next to you right fucking now.
Well, Fresh has given you permission.
Y'all niggas want me to say it for you? Bitch, get the fuck out the house right now if you do any of that whole shit. You don't deserve a boyfriend. You don't deserve a guy to take you seriously because you are street material. I'm tired of this shit. We need to have fucking standards.
It's funny to think that everyone watching this video is single. And they're, yeah, what Fresh is saying.
Men, a lot of you guys are fucking bitch-ass pussies that can't even stand up to a fucking bitch disrespecting you. What the fuck is that?
If I ever get a girlfriend, I'm not gonna be a bitch-ass pussy.
Shit. How the fuck?
I'm gonna be a man.
You can't check your girl.
My bitch is gonna respect me.
How the fuck are you gonna go out there?
Okay, all right. There you go. That's Fresh and fit. Good God. He seems so angry. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable being their girlfriend. Getting all worked up because I wore yoga pants to Starbucks. I'm not a hoe. I just wanted to feel comfortable. My boyfriend's an asshole. Even worse, his name is Fresh. All right. Oh, real quick, before we get into the news, ex-pastor in the Discord posted a very short video of an airplane freakout. I love this one solely for how the video ends. What started this altercation was a man wanting a pre-flight alcoholic drink, and the airplane staff denying him that. It was pretty much a, sir, we'll be serving drinks as soon as we get in the air, so it won't be too long. But he didn't care. He wanted his go-go juice. And like a toddler who didn't get his sippy cup, he's having a fucking tantrum. So the police were called in, and you can kind of hear what's going on here at first.
We're not going to go back and forth. We have an investigation now. Now you have to talk to the police. We have to get up out the seat.
Yeah.
We need to exit.
At the start of the video here, it has already progressed where police are just trying to get this guy off the plane.
You can record. If you can do all that, you can take pictures.
He wants to know what crime.
You've been asked to move from the pilot off the plane multiple times.
It's like, who doesn't know this now? There doesn't need to be a crime. You just have to annoy the staff enough. They just have to want you to not be on the plane. And then that's it. You have to get off. There's a few false starts here where he acts like he's going to get up and he doesn't. And of course, he wants to film. And so I think someone takes his phone from him, which is a no-no, or slaps it away from his hand.
No, dude, you stole my phone. You stole my phone?
That got him up, though. I don't know who the person was who took his phone, but he's just sort of hanging around. He's going to give the guy his phone as soon as he gets up. I guess that's the grand bargain here.
Okay, I'll get up. Stop. Get up. Let's go.
You get your phone and get off the plane.
Okay. So again, he's like, okay, I'll get up, but doesn't, it's all a game. So eventually they just pull the guy up and out of the chair.
Stop.
This is where it starts to get fun, right? Now the whining begins. Stop! Stop!
Stop. I'm fine.
It's like you had your chance, right? We've been doing this for a while. You refuse to get up and walk yourself, so now we're going to escort you. There is this great moment right here.
I'm fine.
Right there. Stop! up! I think we might be dealing with a homosexual.
Get up, Black. Get up, Black. Stop. Too late now. It's too late.
Stop.
Now you're not trying to lose it. I don't feel that.
Yeah, if you listen, you have to listen very closely in the background. He's getting really high pitched there. You'll love to see it. This reminds me of when Meade Skelton was arrested. Kind of getting those vibes. I think there is another angle here, and you can really hear him screaming again.
What? I'm not doing anything. Down to the ground. Oh my God.
He's an entitled asshole on a plane. I think I know what alcoholic beverage he wanted.
I'm an American.
That's right.
I'm from the luckiest country in the world.
And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to that fucked up news right now. If you're not yet a member of the Distorted View Sideshow, sign up right now. Become a true and honorable freak, one of my buddies. Go to superfreaksideshow.com. When you sign up, you get access to the entire archive of programs. More importantly, every week I do brand new exclusive shows just for paying freaks. This week was no different. Yesterday was a Sideshow exclusive program, and earlier this week we did one on Tuesday. Of course, all last week was Sideshow exclusive episodes. 5 of those, you can grab those too when you sign up. Memberships are only $6.99 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. You get access to a special RSS feed that you can plug into most podcasting apps like Apple Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Casts, things like that. For an even easier way to gain access to new Sideshow episodes, if you happen to use Spotify or Apple Podcast, you can now sign up for Sideshow access inside those apps. You won't have access to the website, but you'll get all the new Sideshow exclusive episodes alongside the free ones right in Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It's a very simple way to get Sideshow access. Just a couple options for you. For more information, check out superfreaksideshow.com and, of course, distortedview.com. One final way to support the podcast, we've got a Patreon account. Patreon.com/distortedview. There are various tiers. You can pledge as little as $1. If you pledge $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. We even have tiers that are higher up. If you pledge at least $20 a month, occasionally I will send out like DV merchandise and goodies and stuff. We did that last month, I believe, and I plan on doing it again sometime this summer. So in the next few months, I'll have something else to send out to you higher tiered freaks. So again, patreon.com/distortedview. Okay, 3 very quick stories now. First up, looky here. We're ending the week with a story from our most fucked up state. Say it with me. Florida. I'm the fucked up state. I love this story because it's just classic Florida man. The first line of the story really just paints a picture. A man was arrested Friday morning in DeBary, Florida. I guess that's how you pronounce that. After he allegedly broke into 2 homes, ting, then tried to escape deputies by jumping in a swimming pool, ting, and onto a trampoline, ting, all while naked, ting, ting, ting. But we're just getting started. After jumping into the pool and climbing out of the pool and jumping onto a trampoline, it took 4 deputies to get custody of the man, who then kicked the police officers. One of the reasons it was so hard to actually apprehend this man was because he was covered in wheel-bearing grease. Ting! Also, he was covered in peppermint oil. Ting! And the third ingredient he was covered in was blood. Wheel-bearing grease, peppermint oil, and blood. What the hell was this guy up to? This all happened at around 2 a.m. after a report of a burglary at a home on High Banks Road. The suspect was identified as 34-year-old Blake Talkman. Talkman smashed out of a window to break into one home, then left and broke into another home. That's before he took a swim and started hopping on the trampoline. Police believe the man may have been under the influence, no shit, of an unknown substance or substances, like peppermint oil. They said it took 3 medical professionals to secure him on a stretcher for evaluation and treatment. Talkman faces charges of 2 counts of occupied burglary, 3 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer, 2 counts of criminal mischief, and resisting arrest with violence. A very short and sweet, very Florida story there. Second story we have for you today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Texas.
We're going to Texas. We're going to Texas. We're going to Texas. Here we go. We're going to Texas.
All right, the mother of a 6-year-old disabled boy who has been missing since last October allegedly told the boy's grandmother that she sold him to another woman. I'm very curious to know what the details are of that sale. I hope it's not like one of those scammy eBay auctions. You know, you're looking for an iPad and you think you find a good deal. Like, oh my God, it's so inexpensive. It's barely used. It says right in the listing here, like new. And you get the thing and the screen's fucking busted. And then the seller was like, yeah, like I barely used it, but I accidentally dropped it. Kind of the whole reason I wanted to get rid of it, and I posted it on eBay. It's kind of same thing with this sale, potentially. I just wonder if the mother told the buyer that the boy was disabled. It's like new. I've got a 6-year-old boy here, all original factory parts. Unfortunately, the brain's defective. Law enforcement officers say, however, there's no evidence to support the allegations that Noel Rodriguez Alvarez has been sold. Rather, in a sad turn of events, police believe that the boy is dead. This story is getting exponentially sadder, especially if there was still a buyer. That's the ultimate scammy deception. She sold a dead 6-year-old? No, he's just sleeping. He'll wake up a little bit later. You get him in the car, take him home, he'll be up in a few hours. Look, if you ever buy a baby on the black market, you got to make sure that thing's at least moving. Make sure it can blink. It's a real buyer beware situation, I'm incredibly sad to share with you today that the search for Noel Rodriguez Alvarez is now officially a death investigation. Everman Police Chief Craig Spencer said in a press conference on Thursday, well, how do you know that? Based on the totality of the circumstances, along with the evidence available to us at the time, it has led to a very unfortunate, unimaginable, and devastating conclusion that Noel is likely deceased. The warrant obtained by the Fort Worth Star-Telegram says an unidentified relative told Everman Police Department investigators that Cindy Rodriguez Singh told her mother that she sold Rodriguez Alvarez to a woman in the parking lot of a Fiesta Market. That's a chain of Latin American grocery stores throughout North Texas. The date of the alleged transaction was not relayed to police. The alleged recipient of the child is said to have threatened to call Child Protective Services on Rodriguez Singh should the biological mother have any second thoughts about selling her son. Those allegations were made in a warrant to search the house and converted shed where Rodriguez Singh lived with her husband. So they come from a good home, those kids. Actually, she has 7 children. So honestly, she figured it's not that big of a deal to give one away, especially the mush brain one. The warrant also contained allegations from relatives that Rodriguez Singh was abusive to her presumed dead son. In one instance, a relative said the mother told them not to give the boy water because she did not want to clean up after him. She was sick and tired of cleaning up those wet diapers. The relative's wife said she gave the boy water anyway. In another instance, a relative told police they had seen the boy's mother hit him with car keys attached to a lanyard. The boy was still alive in October of 2022 and was present at the hospital when his twin sisters were born. Leading up to the birth of the twins, Cindy had made several statements about Noel, referring to him as evil, possessed, or having a demon in him. Cindy believed that Noel was going to harm the newborn twins. In November, she obtained passports for all of her children, except for one. Yeah, you're not going to need this. I've got special plans for you. She did make a classic error. If you kill someone and hide the body or whatever, you got to be very consistent with your story. You can't be switching up even the smallest of details, because that looks suspicious. I mean, this is criming 101. Get your shit together, bitch. Meanwhile, the boy's mother told at least 3 different stories to account for the boy's disappearance. See, that's problematic. All of those stories, the police chief said, have since been disproven. Do you have a 4th story in you? All that, police believe, indicates that the child has been killed. Oh, remember all those passports the bitch got? Yeah, she took advantage of that. She is no longer in the United States. Law enforcement later learned the family boarded a Turkish Airways flight with a layover in Istanbul on March 23rd, with a final destination of India. Police are now working on extraditing the Singhs to the United States for questioning. Hey, speaking of India, that's where our final story comes from. Right. Thank you. Jago to you. Police in India. Okay. All right. Yes, police in India. The audience is listening. Sounds like a THX thing. All right. So police in that country have arrested a man after he allegedly gifted a music system rigged with explosives, which killed the new husband of his ex-lover. This is like a cartoon. Ooh, a present for me? It's got a big ribbon on it. Let me just pull it here. What could this be? Okay. One day after their nuptials on April 1st, the newlywed groom was at his home with family in the, Chhattisgarh Kabderm district. All right, that's according to a report from the Indian Express. All aboard, choo-choo. The groom, identified as 25-year-old Hemendra Marawi, and his brother, 30-year-old Raj Kumar, unwrapped a music system gifted to Hemendra and his wife at their wedding. After setting it up and turning it on, the device exploded, and not with a fat, heavy bass. It literally exploded. Both Hemendra and Raj Kumar were killed in the blast that police said was so violent it blew the roof off. Also funny because that's how people describe music being played from a sound system.
Woo! Okay. Is it getting hot in here, Sue, or is it just me?
Oh, it's getting hot. It is getting hot, Ross Armstead. Woo! We are going to tear the roof off this place by the time it's done. Honey, the stove is lit. Let's go.
Yeah, the explosion was so violent it blew off the roof of the house and damaged 3 walls. 5 other family members. And I don't want to be mean here, but sometimes those houses in India aren't constructed that well. It's like cardboard and plywood all tied together with rope. You know what I mean? You've seen some of those shitty shacks. This one doesn't sound like it, though. I mean, these people sound like they had money, right? They had a lavish wedding. They're getting big, expensive gifts like sound systems. I mean, the sound system was rigged with explosives, but still, it was a sound system. 5 other family members, including an 18-month-old child, were injured in the explosion. Hemendra's new bride, only identified as a 29-year-old woman, was at her parents' home at the time of the incident. That's a little suspect. She comes out of this unscathed. I think she's in cahoots with that guy. After questioning Hemendra's wife and other family members, police narrowed in on an ex-lover of the bride as the prime suspect. Sarju Markham, 33, who worked as an auto mechanic, was located and detained at his job on April 3rd. Investigators found that Markham, who was already married with children, was upset after the bride rejected his desire for her to become his second wife. Ooh! You dog, you. He became vengeful after she decided to marry Hemendra by way of an arranged marriage. A day before the nuptials, Markham called the then bride-to-be and tried to convince her not to go through with the marriage. Markham then called Hemendra and threatened him. Yeah, I don't think this was a very hard case for the police to crack. All signs point to this auto mechanic. He's telling this bitch not to marry the guy. He's threatening the groom, saying stuff like, if you marry her, I will kill you. I'm going to send a package in the mail that'll blow you to smithereens. The warning signs were there. Clues abound. Quote, they had an altercation. Hemendra also had a talk with his fiancée, and the issue was settled. Following the phone calls, investigators say Markham hatched his revenge plan. Apparently, this guy has some experience in electronic repair work and also some knowledge of explosives after working at a stone crushing unit. He had a set of very unique skills. He was made to rig electronic bombs. Markham stole 250 grams of ammonium nitrate before quitting his job at the stone crushing unit. In addition to the ammonium nitrate, Markham also utilized 1.5 kilograms of gunpowder he had taken from firecrackers, plus gasoline and several other materials to rig the music system. Markham had a friend take him to the wedding venue. He was still invited to the wedding? He placed the, maybe he wasn't. He snuck in and placed the rap music system under several wedding gifts before departing. Markham's friend who gave him a ride had no knowledge of Markham's plans, though. Markham faces life in prison under India's Explosive Substances Act. They literally have a very specific law against setting up explosives and blowing up people. Very pretty language. All these songs include the word Jagu. No one can tell me what Jagu means, though, after all these years. Still don't have a definitive answer. You ask Indian people, and they're like, I've never heard of that word before. That's not Indian. Y'all are crazy. There you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Friday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. All righty. Made it through another week with you freaks. We've got one last thing to do before the weekend starts, and that is check in with some listeners. Many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at distortedview on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/distortedview show. Remember, if you pledge at least $5 to our Patreon account, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And yes, we have a patron checking in today.
Oh my God. Are you there, Sexy?
Oh my God, Gloria's still around.
Yeah, we're here having a fucking party.
Oh, it's Vlad messing around on the party line. This is Vlad's alter ego.
Indeed.
Yeah, we're having a goddamn party, bro. We're all 12 years old, just chilling.
Well, that's not true. Tim, it's Mindy and Morta. We're talking.
Isn't it like past our bedtime right now? We're all like 12-year-old sons of bitches.
Hey,
isn't it past our bedtime?
What the hell is going on? There's too many people talking.
View. Listen to the Distorted View.
I'm trying to figure out who the guy... Is there a guy here that they're pranking?
Oh, my God.
What's your name? What's your name, weirdo?
I wonder what kind of drugs you guys are on tonight.
All of them. All of them.
Thank you.
All the drugs.
That's great.
All the drugs. What drugs are you on?
All the drugs. I'm high on life, but...
You're high on life? What the fuck what are you, at a Christian camp right now?
Christian camp? Oh, yes, right now. It's Easter. It's the Easter weekend.
Did you hear how you had to repeat what I said so you had time to process?
It's a goddamn Easter weekend camp, bro.
I don't know what the hell is going on here, freaks. I don't get this call.
Did you hear how you had to pause and take a few seconds to
It's a goddamn fucking Easter camp. Yeah, it's Easter camp.
Who are they fucking around with? I need some context in these calls for now. I mean, before it just made sense, right? It was just Vlad calling the sex phone line, the party line, and luring in guys and messing around with them. Now I don't know what the heck's going on. There's 12 voices. I think 11 of them are guys pretending to be girls. Then there's another dude. I don't get it. But thank you very much for the call, I guess. I think I just need context, maybe. Maybe I'll play it again if you guys give me some context. Give me a call and explain what you were doing.
Hi, Tim. I'm new calling into the voicemail line, and I just wanted to say, fuck you. No, Tim, fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you and that fake little voice of yours.
Fuck you.
Your little cartoon voice.
No, Tim, fuck you.
Fuck you.
I love you, Timmy Boo.
Oh.
You know you're a true freak when you get your girlfriend also listening in on this shit.
Oh, there's this real voice.
Freaks. Fuck you.
Well, fuck you. Thank you very much for the call. And, for getting your girlfriend to listen to the show. What the hell is going on today? I'm annoyed by the voicemail segment. I can't tell what that is. Is someone in pain? Look, I appreciate you taking time to call into the voicemail line. I don't know what the hell that was, though. That seems to be a theme today.
Yeah, Tim, it's Gauntlet here.
Fun fact for you, I'm a lifetime member, of course. I've been listening since 2004.
Wow, good boy.
I'm 33 this year.
Wait a second, let me do some quick math. That means you were 5 when you started listening.
And
right?
a shit fact for you, I have never met another Australian that actually listens to DV. I'm literally the only one that I know of, apart from obviously the retards on Discord. But yeah, how weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, love you, man. You're practically my dad, so
well,
yeah, see ya.
You can call me Papa. We were just going over some stats recently, right? Where we found out that America, of course, is DV's #1 consumer of DV. And then it's like, what was it? UK is #2 and Australia is 3. And then it's Canada. I think we found out Canadians don't like me. Because you would think, it's our neighbors up north. It's practically the United States, right? No. Do not care for my humor over there. All right. Well, that's just too bad. I think it has something to do with the whole poutine poutine thing. Left a bad taste in their mouth. A cheesy gravy taste in their mouth. That is all the time we have on this edition of the show, thankfully. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. DistortedView.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
Planets aren't real.
Spread the distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the program. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Guys, thank you so much for a great week of programs. I'll be back on Monday to do it all over again. Until then, bye, everybody.
It's Friday, baby. Fuck. Yeah, it's the weekend, baby. Fuck. Yeah, Friday, baby. Fuck. Fuck. The weekend, baby. Fuck.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.